I mean, what a perfect year for the Goonies. Look at all these people. So, like, you got Sean Astin, load. He's 44 years old this year. Mouth, Corey Feldman. He's 44 this year. Let's see. Data, I think, will be 44 this year. Yep, he's 43 even, and he will be 44. This guy, Brand, or whatever, the No Country for Old Men, or whatever it is, he was born on the same day as Abraham Lincoln. So the 43rd day of the year. I don't. Chunk was one of them. I didn't think that fit. He was actually younger than everybody, which is weird. I'm sorry. I'm just going through them all here. It doesn't. Kerry Green, the 11-4, 48. Martha Plimpton. I mean, her whole family is super significant, but she's 44, even born with 45 days left until the end of the year. The Mirror of Valentine's. Her dad, her dad will be. He was born in 49 on 8/8, and he will be 66 this year. And her mom, so her dad was born in 49. Her mom was born on 2/27, which is the 49th prime number. I mean, her grandpa even died on November 27th, the 333rd day of the year, with 34 days remaining in 1988. And the 333 is significant because this year in October will be the 333rd year of Philadelphia. And this guy even has ties to Philadelphia. So pretty interesting. I guess moral of the story, her whole family is a famous family, the Carradines, whatever. But moving on, the Fratellis, Ann Ramsey, she died on August 11th, 8/11 of 1988, so 8/11/88 at the age of 59. She was even born in Omaha. That's why it's significant because I'm really close to there. But these other Fratellis, this guy was on The Matrix. He's the guy who goes back into the Matrix. He's 63. The other guy was born on the same day as gay marriage was legalized. But then you got Sloth. I mean, when you think of the Goonies, I don't know. I always think of Mikey. I don't know. I think of the Goonies, not so much the Fratellis, I guess. I always think of Chunk and Sloth. I mean, they seem like they're like a side plot almost to the movie. But the guy who played Sloth was actually, in real life, was the first draft pick of the 1973 NFL or whatever. So he got drafted to the Houston Oilers, but he spent most of his career in Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area, and even Oakland adds up to 31. And I talked about this back in the NBA Finals because Golden State plays in Oakland. Tons of stuff with it. They add up to 31. They put in Andre Iguodala on LeBron James, so it was number 9 on number 23. Then he became the Finals MVP, but he didn't get put in until June 11th, which is 6/11. 6 prime number is 13. The 11 prime number is 31. 13, 31. Oakland is 31. Tons and tons of stuff. Sloth, then, in real life, he even died in 1989, which connects to Queen Elizabeth, especially this year because she is 89 years old. He also won 2 Super Bowls, and he ended up retiring in 1981, so 34 years ago. But he retired after this Super Bowl here, and it was when the Raiders beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, go figure. Philadelphia, I mean, It's just crazy. And they connect because, like, the Golden State Warriors used to be the Philadelphia Warriors. Or actually, they were San Francisco Warriors, and then before that, they were the Philadelphia Warriors. But to go along with all that, the 31s and whatnot, Roddy Piper actually joined the WWF in 1984, so 31 years ago. It even says he had a match with Vince McMahon Sr. in the mid-1970s before all this. And Vince McMahon Sr. died on the 144th day of the year in 1984. And his dad was basically like the precursor of the WWF. He invented it, kind of. And he died November 11, 2254 in Pennsylvania even. Kind of back to the Goonies thing. So Cyndi Lauper actually, so Piper's next major storyline was with Hulk Hogan, and it involved Cyndi Lauper. MTV broadcast The War to Settle the Score, which featured a main event between Piper and Hogan, who was accompanied to the ring by Lauper. And it basically it set up the very first WrestleMania. So literally Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper were the main event in the very first ever WrestleMania. And so it says The War to Settle the Score was also aired on February 18th, 1985, the 49th day of the year. So, I mean, I guess just kind of interesting that the main event was him in WrestleMania 1. We just had WrestleMania 31 with Ronda Rousey. Actually was on it, and it was in San Francisco, even, of all places. But, I mean, I hopefully this, a lot of this makes sense. Like I said, I'm going to work on making up some maybe guideline videos or something so I can refer to them, because I mean there's so much information that's starting to get out of hand, and I just feel like I'm repeating myself so much, or just saying go back and watch my old stuff, and then nobody knows what to go watch. So maybe tomorrow at work I'll probably maybe work on organizing some videos to explain what I'm talking about so I can reference them. It's just, I see it. I mean, I don't know if anybody else does, but it's just ridiculous. 34, 43, and 61 have definitely been coded like with a ton of stuff recently. It all ends up dealing with black versus white or something. I mean, you even had Hulk Hogan who was saying the N-word or whatever, and I made a whole video on that. So, whatever. I'm rambling, so I'm going to quit. Just going to leave it at that, and have a good night.